Hello friends, and welcome to Storytime with Teacher Julian. Today's book, Estella's Swap. It was written by Alexis O'Neill and illustrated or drawn by Enrique O. Sanchez. So, this book is about a little girl who goes to a swap meet to sell something because she wants to buy something. Okay? So, our words that we're going to use today on our sign are swap meet, music box, blared, hubcap, bargain, festive, bouquet, and topsy-turvy. So these are the words that we're going to be listening for, and then I will explain to you what they are. Okay? Good deal. All right. Estella's swap. Estella's swap. You can see right here. If you're wondering what this is, we'll talk about it in a little bit. With love to Donna and Lauren, thanks to Bob Brown and Mom Boshar, A.O. To Keiko from EOS. So the person who wrote the book and the person who drew all the pictures dedicated this book to their friends and family. That's pretty nice. And these are all the things that perhaps might be sold at a swap meet. Papa's truck bounced through the swap meet parking lot early one Sunday in March. Suddenly, a strong Santa Ana wind blew the curtains of sand and leaves against the windows. Estella hugged her music box closer. Her brother, Javier, tugged her braid. "We might have to anchor Estella so she doesn't blow away in the wind today," he teased. This is the first time Papa had ever let Estella sell something at swap meet. She needed to earn just $10 more for folk dancing lessons in town this summer at the Ballet Folklorico. She had been saving her money all year. There's Estella holding her music box, and I see a sign here that says swap meet. So those are two of our words that that are on our list today. Swap meet, music box. So a swap meet is a place where people will take things to sell, people will buy things, or people will trade things. So you can do all three of them at a swap meet. And music box is a little box that has something inside of it that when you wind it up and you open up the top of it, it plays music. A music box. So we're going to mark these off. Swap meet, music box. There we go. We got two of them done. "Come," Papa said. "Let's set up." From the truck, they pulled old toys, clothes, and furniture. They lifted out pots and pans and car parts and arranged them in their space. Along with their own things, Papa brought anything the neighbors wanted him to sell. "Here, Estella," said Papa. "You can put your music box on this desk." "But what if somebody wants to buy the desk?" Papa laughed. "Then you sell the desk." "Bargain with them," Javier said. "Tell them that if they want to buy the desk, that they can have the music box for free." "I will not, Javier," Estella replied. "I'll get my price. You wait and see." So I heard one of our words, and that word is bargain. So we're going to mark it off here. Bargain means that you're going to ask a price, and then maybe you go a little bit lower, or you make a deal with somebody. So that's what bargaining is. "Let's look around," Papa said. "Javier, mind our space while Estella and I are away, please." Estella picked up her music box. "Don't take that," Javier called after her. "Someone may want to buy it while you're gone." Estella pretended not to hear. she wanted to sell her music box herself. Swap Meet was a little city of tarps and tents and tables. Music blared from several stalls. The aisles buzzed with the customers. Delicious smells of hot dogs, chili, and popcorn filled the air. There they are walking through all the different tents. And I heard one of our words, blared. So, here it is right here. Blared means when they play the music really loud, so it's coming out very loud all across, making a lot of, not noise, but it's very loud. So that would be blared. We will mark it off. There it is, blared. We're around halfway done. Papa stopped at one stall and pointed to a hubcap. How much? He asked the man. $9, the man replied. I'll give you 4, Papa said. Sorry, the man answered. Papa turned away. Estella tugged at his shirt. But Papa, she whispered, we need a hubcap just like that. Don't worry, Papa whispered back and pretended to leave. All of a sudden, the man said, I'll sell it to you for $7. $6, said Papa. The man agreed. There is the hubcap and several others, and the man making a deal, a bargain, with the hubcap dealer and Papa. So that's one of our words, hubcap. Hubcap is something that covers the wheel of your car or truck. There it is, hubcap. We marked it off. Got this whole side done. Only 3 more to go. Pretty good, huh? See how it's done? Papa asked as they walked back to their space. As the seller, you name a price that's a little more than what you are willing to take. That way you have room to bargain. Now it's time for you to try. Estella set her music box on top of the desk. People walked by without stopping. She opened the cover. The cheerful song, Cielito Lindo, began to play. Across the way, a flower seller clapped her hands. Bueno, she called. A festive tent covered her stall filled with dried flowers in clay pots. Bouquets of tissue paper flowers hung from cords between the tent poles. So, you see this right here? When a group of flowers is together, that's called a bouquet. So that's one of our words, bouquet. Right there. Mark that off. And festive means that when there's like a party or a celebration, that would be something that is festive. Mark that off too. One more to go. Maybe the flower seller is in the mood to buy something, Estella thought. She picked up her music box and walked to the woman's stall. To pass the time, the flower seller was sewing the hem of a falda, a beautiful full skirt with a colorful ribbon on the bottom. Estella imagined how much fun it would be to dance in the skirt just like that. She would twirl around the stage and swirl her skirt like the ocean waves. There is the falda, the dress or the skirt, and the bouquets of flowers all hung up. Would you like to see my music box? Estella asked the flower seller. The woman's eyes sparkled. I love this tune, she said. It reminds me of when I was a little girl. I'm selling my music box today, Estella explained. I need to earn $10 more for dancing lessons. Estella tried to keep her feet still, but the song tickled her ways all the way down to her toes. The flower seller smiled. I see you already know some steps. Then she began to hum Cielito Lindo as she sewed along the hem of the skirt. You can see her holding the music box, listening to the music. And there's Estella dancing away. When Estella returned to the side of the table, she made sure everyone could hear the music box as they walked by. A customer paused in front of Estella. How much? He asked. $12, Estella said. She felt proud that she had left room to bargain. The man laughed and plunked down the music box. He walked out of sight. Do you think he'll be back, Papa? Estella asked. I think he finds your price too high, Papa replied. A woman stopped next. Beautiful music, she said. Would you like to make an offer? Estella asked hopefully. $2, the woman said. Only $2? For a moment, Estella was speechless. Then she said, I was asking for 12, but for you, I'll sell it to you for 10. The woman smiled and walked away. How's it going? Javier asked. Oh, Javier, Estella said. I was so sure someone would buy my music box right away. Maybe you should have brought more than one thing to sell, Javier said. Then you'd have more chances to earn $10. Without warning, a strong wind ripped through the swap meet, catching everyone by surprise. Tarps tore loose, whipping and snapping. Tents turned topsy-turvy. Dishes crashed and metal poles clanked to the ground. Estella reached for her music box to keep it from blowing away. Look at the wind is blowing leaves and papers and Tio Nacho's hat and everything. Oh, she's saving her box though. Oh, and our word, topsy-turvy. Topsy-turvy means when things get flipped upside down. So the tents were all the way they are supposed to be, with the poles on the bottom and the canopy on top. And then all of a sudden, topsy-turvy, it flipped over. So, that's our last word, topsy-turvy. Got it marked off. We're done with the words. But the story goes on. My flowers! My flowers! The woman across the way called above the clatter. The flower seller's pots had smashed to the ground. Her tissue paper flowers had flown away like little birds. She sat on the skirt she was sewing to keep it from flying away too. Estella ran to help. Without thinking, she put her music box on the woman's table. She pulled a tent pole upright so it wouldn't fall on the woman's head. Just then, she heard another crash. See all the flower pots in the ground, and all the flowers are flying away. Estella spun around her music box. It was smothered by pieces of broken flower pots. Oh no, Estella thought. It's probably broken. No one will buy it now. Estella was afraid to look closely. Instead, she helped the flower seller. She straightened the tent posts. Then she went up and down the aisle, searching for paper flowers that had blown away. What a kind thing to do. When Estella returned, the flower seller was smiling. She held out the music box. Estella looked away when she saw its battered cover. The woman opened the box. The sound of Cielito Lindo floated out. It still sings, little one, the woman said. Her music box was all right. She could paint over the scratches. She could still sell it. Estella held her music box tightly and danced for joy. But then she noticed almost everything was gone from the flower seller's stall. "What will you sell now?" Estella asked. The woman shook her head. "Today, nothing. But next Sunday, flowers. I have a whole week to make more." How can she do it all that work in just 1 week? Estella wondered. Suddenly, she knew what to do, even if it meant she wouldn't earn any money today. "Please, Senora, I want to give you this." Estella held out her music box. "Now you can listen to music while you make flowers." The flower seller hesitated. Then she said, "Gracias, little one." So she gave her the music box. Estella walked back across the aisle to where Papi and Javier were waiting. Secretly, she hoped the flower seller would call her back and return the music box. But she didn't. Estella tried to put the music box out of her mind as she thought about what she could bring to the swap meet next week. Buyers liked low prices. Maybe she could sell some of her old games and stuffed animals. When she got home, she'd search her room for other things buyers might want. She'd also have to ask Papa if she could come back next week. Later in the day, near closing time, Papa suddenly called out, "Estella, your friend is here." Estella turned around. There was the flower seller. "Since we are at a swap meet," the woman said, "it's only fair that we swap." She handed Estella a bag. "Goodbye for now, little one," the flower seller said and hurried off. Estella looked inside. "The falda," she exclaimed. Estella pulled the skirt out of the bag and put it over her clothes. She twirled around and around, picturing herself dancing with the ballet folklorico. "May I come back with you next week, Papa?" Estella asked, thinking of the money she still needed to earn. "Of course, Estella. It looks like you know how to swap," Papa said. "Yes," said Estella, "but now I need to learn how to sell." What a beautiful dress, the falda. Look at her hair. Her hair is going up. She's spinning around. The end. And there is the back of the book. Estella's Swap. I love this book. So excellent. Woo! What a story. So, my friends, how did it make you feel when we were telling the story and then all of a sudden the wind blew and there was a crash? How did it make you feel? Did you think that, oh no, the music box was smashed and it's no good anymore, it's broken? How did that make you feel? And then how did it make you feel when you found out that it was just scratched up a little bit? Or how did you feel when she gave it to the flower lady? Whew, that was awesome. And then how did you feel when she opened the bag and she had the falda? So many different feelings, so many different things going on. So I have a question. I wonder if Estella would sell the music box if she didn't have to pay for the dance lessons. What do you think? Another thing is, did it surprise you when the lady only wanted to give $2 for the music box? I mean, she was asking for 12. She said, I will settle for 10, but the lady only offered her 2. How does that make you feel? Do you think that was fair? We'll see. I have something to share with you. I just remembered that I had this. A friend gave it to me, and this looks like a camera, but see the rotate? And there's the mechanism that makes the music. This is a music box. Pretty cool, huh? All right. All right, friends. That's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the book because I really enjoyed reading it. It's a little bit long, but I think we did a great job. Until next time, friends, I'm going to say goodbye.